Good day and welcome to Making an Impact. I'm Al Jensen, your host, and today with us we have David Smith of Home Business Success Club. Hey, David, welcome to Making an Impact.
Al, thank you so much for having me here today. It is awesome to be here. Thank you.
You bet. We're glad that you're here. And I had a chance to look over your bio a little bit. And my first question is, what in the world prompted you to get involved in the home business industry?
Well, Al, when I was 17 years old, I was working for a veterinary clinic that was owned by two doctors. One was in his 60s and one was in about his 40s. And the doctor who was in his 60s was probably past retirement age, but he was scared to retire. He had a lot of friends who had retired from whatever jobs they were in, and several of them had died within 1 year of their retirement, and it just scared him. Well, eventually this guy got to the point where he was hurting the animals and we were going to start losing clients. And the younger doctor said, look, for the good of the business, you've got to retire. And so reluctantly he did.
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, this guy died within 6 months.
Oh, man.
So I'm 17 and I see this guy, he worked his whole life, he retires and dies. And I said, you know what? That's not what I want for my life. So pretty soon after that, I started trying to make money from home. But unfortunately, between the ages of 17 and about 48, I had a lot of failures and didn't start to make progress until, again, like I was almost 48 years old.
That's a story that I hear over and over and over again. I mean, the successful people who are truly successful, they get knocked down, but they get up again. And that's the important thing. But what would you say was your aha moment when you started to turn things around?
Like I said, I was around 47, 48, and I was working with a guy that was teaching drop shipping on eBay.
Okay.
And we were doing okay, but nothing to write home about. And one night he had a webinar because he was teaching a lot of people. And on this webinar one night, he said, you know what? I can teach you how to make money. And this guy, again, he had the Midas touch. He could make six figures doing almost anything. And he said, I can teach you how to make money, but most of you are going to screw it up because what's up here. And he introduced us to a specific kind of mindset training called neuroplasticity, big $25 word. And I was probably one of about only, out of 1,000 people in that webinar, I'm pretty sure I'm the only person that dug into this stuff. And I found the actual teacher of this mindset training and got mentored by him personally. And that turned my business around, my eBay business, my Amazon business around. I started having 5-figure sales months on Amazon because of that, and was so impressed that I got into his mentorship, and he certified me as a life and business coach and a self-talk trainer.
Nice, nice. Now, in reading your bio, I see you have this 3-step system. Can you give me kind of like the nutshell version of what your three-step system is all about?
Yes, certainly. Like I said, by working with this guy, he was about the mindset, but he's also very, very big on goals.
Okay.
And so what I do when I coach people personally is it's like a 3-legged stool. You need to have a goal. You need to have a direction. And then we break those goals down into smaller steps. But then you also need the right mindset to achieve that goal. One quick example is this happened to me with making telephone calls for my business to make sales. I could set all the goals I wanted to about getting on the phone to call people, and I was scared to death to do it until I applied the mindset training to get that leg of the stool. And then the third leg of the stool that stabilizes everything is personal accountability. You work with me once or twice a week, depending on the program you're in, and we keep you on track with your goals, and I make sure you're getting the mindset training down. So all three of those things work together to get a person to the success that they want, to duplicate the success that I had especially with Amazon.
Okay. But David, a lot of people teach goals and goal setting. What makes you different?
A couple of things. The goals, like I said, we break them down into smaller steps. You can have a really big goal, but then we say, okay, what's the smaller step to get you there? What's that smaller step to get you there? And then what's really unique is that I help you dig into what are the obstacles to reaching that goal. And then we say, okay, what's it going to take to overcome that obstacle? For example, I was working with a woman on her eBay business, and she had an entire room full of inventory that had been bought but never listed, and it was completely unorganized. And so we set her some goals on how to organize her inventory room, but we looked at her obstacles, and one of her obstacles was that she babysat her grandson and had to pick him up from school, and she had all these different things. So to overcome that obstacle, we set her up with time blocks when she had available time to go in and organize into this and into this. And that's just one example. So we set up steps to overcome your obstacles. And as you overcome do those steps and overcome the obstacle, you, voila, accomplish the goal.
All right. So yeah, that certainly does sound like a unique difference that you teach or that you coach people on as compared to what I've typically heard in the past. So that's awesome. So we're almost out of time, but I got just a couple more minutes. Can you tell me just a little bit more about this mindset and accountability issue that you seem to have built into your program?
Yes, the mindset, it comes from the idea that from the moment that we're born, everything that we hear, everything we see is programmed into our mind. And the things that we hear the most often, it sticks and forms our programming, like with the telemarketing example. I had been programmed that telemarketers were evil, and so I was scared to make phone calls for my business. And so the same way that a person can learn a foreign language, you can learn new habits, new skills. You simply listen to better words, better language. Now, fortunately, unlike learning a foreign language, these words are in English, which most of us already know. It's just words we're not exposed to. And so I have a program where people can listen to success language over and over again, and it programs them for success in whatever goal they want to achieve. And then again, the accountability, that just keeps them on track. Once a week, we get in touch and we say, hey, how are things going? Did you do these steps? Did you listen to these audio tracks? Did taking these steps work to moving to your goal? If they didn't, maybe we need to make an adjustment. And so again, it's a three-legged stool. You have the goal with the obstacles and how to overcome them. You have the mindset if you won't take action. Someone once told me, if you don't know how to do a thing, that's a skill set problem. If you won't do a thing, that's a mindset problem. And then just very positive reinforcement type of accountability once a week, depending on the program that you're in.
Awesome. Awesome. So if anyone in our listening and viewing audience wanted to get in touch with you, perhaps to work with you or find out more, how would they go about doing that?
The best thing to do is just get on my calendar. I have 15-minute and virtual coffees just to get to know people and see if there's even a reason to move forward. And then we can do a 30-minute call after that. But it starts with a virtual coffee. My calendar is davidsmithspeaks.com/calendar. Again, davidsmithspeaks.com/calendar.
Okay.
All the available times to do a 15-minute virtual coffee. It's completely no pressure, just to get to know about your business, see where you might be stuck, and see if we can work on getting you unstuck on one thing during that 15-minute call.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, that's phenomenal. I'm glad that I got to know a little bit more about your business, your philosophy, and how you approach things just a little bit differently. And I hope we can send a lot of people your way. So, any final comments for our viewing audience today, David?
Just very grateful for this opportunity. I love working with you as well. And like I said, if you're stuck anywhere in business, procrastination, overwhelm, get on my calendar. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. That's David Smith of the Home Business Success Club right here, and he is indeed making an impact. Thanks for watching today, and I encourage you to get in touch with David. Take him up on that 15-minute virtual coffee and see how he might be able to make an impact on you and your business. All right, that's all the time we have for today, so come back again next time and join us on Making an Impact. I'm Al Jensen, and that's David Smith. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.